In this video I will share with you 10 of the most common dating red flags. Before we get started, please like, share, comment and subscribe for more great content. Also check the links below in the description box. So, without further ado, let's get started. What are the signs or red flags that we need to look for when dating someone? The subtle and not so obvious ones. In the era of Tinder and hookup culture, it can be hard for any of us looking for love and serious relationships to navigate without getting our dreams and hopes shattered. Dating is no longer simply a way to find out whether two people are suitable for a relationship, it's a battlefield out there. When a relationship doesn't work out or ends badly, we frequently ask ourselves if there was something that we should have seen in the beginning. The answer is almost always yes. But we get too caught up in the seduction to notice that it wasn't a good fit. You have to look for the warning signs and heed them before you get too involved or intimate. I consider the obvious ones to be if he or she drinks too much, blatantly lies, is negative, or can't stop talking about his or her ex. But here are some more subtle clues to look for that can save you a lot of heartache down the road. After a great first date and butterflies in your stomach, you receive a text few days later asking what's up? Do you wanna come over? After several great dates plus mind-blowing sex, you just never hear from the other person again, like they just fell off the face of the earth. Or after months of great dates and mind-blowing sex, you totally think it's a relationship, but as soon as you bring up the next level talk, things fades out into nothingness. Here are 10 subtle and not so obvious red flags to look for. 1. He or she doesn't respect your boundaries. If you say no and they continue to push to get their way or do it anyway, then they are not respecting your needs. They might be manipulative. It might be something as simple as pushing you to answer a question, or ordering another drink when you said no. It's a sign that he or she could be controlling and will always need to have their way. 2. They may say that they're not ready or not looking for anything serious. Yes, you heard it. He or she is not looking for anything serious or anything serious with you. They may be scared to commit. Save your time, dignity and sanity and move on to someone who is looking for the same thing as you. And no, don't stick around thinking he or she is going to change their mind once you spend enough time with them and they realize how amazing you are. Most likely you would only compromise your own needs and devalue your amazing self along the process. It is not worth it. You deserve someone who chooses you and is ready for you the way you are ready for them. 3. They place blame on everyone but themselves. They will name someone else as the cause for everything that happens to them, or always have an excuse for why it's not their fault. If he or she blames you for anything that doesn't go right, no matter how small, even if it is your fault, there is no need to point that out. He or she's probably the defensive type who can't take responsibility for their own actions. If the relationship moves forward, you will always be the one expected to change or compromise. 4. He or she doesn't contact you within 3 to 5 days after the first date. Chances are he or she isn't really interested. When someone is interested, you will see they're a game, not half-hearted attention and effort. He or she will want to make sure you are interested and secure a lot more dates with you as soon as possible. Meanwhile, if they are not feeling it or not looking for a relationship, they will be in no rush to talk to you after the first date. Sure, they might have had a good time with you, and they might sound super enthusiastic if you contact them, but the absence has said it. They don't worry you might lose interest in them. They won't mind if they do not see you again. Well, what can I say? I know you want more and you certainly can get more. Don't settle for that. 5. He or she is narcissistic. They constantly interrupt you and don't let you finish your thoughts or sentences. They are more interested in talking about themselves, telling inflated stories about themselves rather than learning about you. They don't remember important information you share about yourself. They might take the better seat in a restaurant and demand specific attention. That's a good indication that the whole relationship will be all about them. 6. He or she always prefers drinks over dinner and suggests locations near his or her place. If he or she does this, most likely they don't want to invest in you and the relationship. They just try to keep it as casual as possible with drinks and happy banter. Plus, drinks near his or her place means it takes little to no effort to see you, and there's a chance he or she might get laid after enough alcohol. Perfect setup for them. Particularly if this goes on for 2 to 3 dates, either he or she may have issues with alcohol or they actually don't have dating in mind at all when it comes to the two of you. 7. They are controlling. He or she doesn't ask you, but tells you what you're going to do. Such as if he or she orders food for you without consulting you on what you'd like. Or in any way corrects you or tells you how you need to look, behave or speak. Confidence is very attractive, but it becomes control if you don't have a choice. 8. They avoid meeting up on the weekend when they don't work weekends. Again, if you have been seeing this person for a few weeks and realize no date has happened on the weekend, only late evenings after work through to early mornings rushing out of his or her place, I have some bad news for you. Possibilities include they are keeping things casual and have no intention of integrating you into their life. They have no time for a real relationship considering their free time and the weekends is already used up for something else. They have a someone else they are committed to that they see on the weekend, or they're actually married and that someone else is their wife or husband. Either way, get out. 9. They are not curious about you and don't tell you anything real about themselves. This is probably the clearest sign of genuine interest. When someone is into you, they can't get enough of getting to know you and they want you to know them too. They ask questions and listen to you, they open up about themselves, they share things that actually mean something to them, and they even remember little things you mention here and there. If your conversation with them only stays on a superficial level, or it seems to get deep but you realize it's all you talking and you know nothing of substance about them, chances are he or she has no real interest in you or a relationship with you. 10. He or she is abusive. Any form of abusive behavior is unacceptable behavior. Whether it's verbal, physical, emotional or sexual. Even some early signs of abuse is controlling behaviors. If your date talks down to you, makes you feel like you have no way out of the situation, controls the conversation or makes you feel uncomfortable physically, those are clear signs your date has personal control issues and possibly a previous abusive history. Anyone who makes you fear leaving a relationship or rejecting their feelings is someone you need to nip in the bud from the start. Comment below and let us know if you've experienced one of the 10 signs listed and would like to share. Thanks for watching. We look forward to reading your comments.